Hey people, Sylvia's here. I'm on Leaf. This is what, 57? Nope, this is 58. Leaf 58. Um, like 3 Leaf videos in one day, technically, I'm doing. Alright, before I walk anywhere, let's actually see what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Killing in the name of, what did I pick up? Alright, I have to turn in my apes. And then I've got badgers and mammoths and stuff, oh my. We're actually going to head just straight to Svargrand, I think. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to be doing some badger mammoth hunting. Which I don't think I need enchanted spears for, to be honest. I might swap to some royals while I'm there. That sounds like it's probably a good idea. I feel like enchanted spears are like slightly overkill for that. That guy's a high level. Hey, that guy's also in my guild for Dao Dao. The Footsteps. TY. NPCs. Hello. I think I want to go to Darashia. Yes. And then we'll carpet to Svargrand. Although we're going to pick up our spears here in Darashia. Actually, we're gonna dump all this crap in the depot, which I probably should have done previously, but whatever. Yeah, we're gonna go dump this stuff, pick up some royal spears here. I'll keep some regular spears on me so that I can make new ones. But yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, last time, God, it was like, what was my last 2 videos? Oh yeah, all right. So 3 videos ago, I showcased the whole like currency trading program. That is a really cool mount. What is that? That is a really cool mount. I don't know why I looked at him, because like I know I can't see his mount that way, but we're gonna try to sell the protection amulets. Prot. 100 whatever. They're probably worth more to an NPC than that, but whatever. And what else I got? We'll just leave them. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. When in doubt, be lazy. That is a really cool mount. I want that mount now. I gotta figure out what that is. We don't need that. I'm gonna pick up. Oh, I forgot to put the enchanted spears away. Oh well, we can do that in the other place. Spear. We'll pick up like 3 of them, and then royals. I don't know, 17. Yeah, because we're dropping off the other one, so I think it'll be fine. So yeah, though, I did the currency trading thing 3 episodes ago. I still haven't actually done that for real, so I haven't made it rich yet. Hi, Svargrand. That's not how you spell Svargrand. Svargrand. Yes. But yeah, so then I talked about those books again. I probably won't. Yeah, that was a disappointment. I don't know. I'm still disappointed by that. Then I kind of complained about the family, as I am wont to do sometimes. And yeah, this time I figured I would talk about my job, because I haven't talked about that in a while. Although, let's dump these enchanted spears first. There we go. Alright, so off we go to task some mammoths and badgers. Hopefully they're not taken. So, yeah, still work at the same dumpy gas station. We've actually, there is an actual thing I wanted to bring up, because it's kind of an interesting process. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, and it is currently Monday at 5:34 p.m., so I do have to go to work in 4 hours and 26 minutes, which sucks. I'm actually a little bit sleep deprived right now too, which is cool, because this actually has nothing to do with like specifically my job. But every first Monday of the month, which was today, the 6th, every first Monday of the month at 2 p.m., the nuclear power plant in my area does a like test of their sirens. which is a 5-minute wailing screech from this like emergency siren thing, which is in my backyard. Like, it's so loud that it rattles my windows for 5 minutes. So I'm a little sleep deprived right now. But anyway, so yeah, like I worked those 3 days, and then I have the other 4 days off in a row. So a lot of times, like, I come in and things are just like, strange and random. So I come in, it was Monday night. Yeah, I come in Monday night. All right, and normal night, nothing going on. Like, nothing seemed strange. The only thing that seemed strange was so we've got like 3 cash registers, right? And in between them are like countertops. So there's 2 countertops between the 3 registers because the 3 registers are in a line. I'm hoping that I'm explaining that sufficiently, but it's not a like terribly complicated concept, so I think it's fine. So we've got the tusk. I don't want to waste my time killing those winter wolves. So yeah, we got the 3. I gotta find a safe spot so I can go grab something to drink. My throat's getting all sore again. We've got those 2 countertops, and in those countertops is like a glass panel where we showcase our lottery tickets within it. And there's like slightly different lottery tickets on each side. Not that that's really relevant to this conversation at all. But there's 4 columns of 6 rows. So there's a total of 24 lottery tickets in each one. And they're usually organized mostly intelligently. Mostly. They're usually organized with like the most expensive ones at the like bottom. And then it's like, there's like one $30 ticket. And then $20 tickets, and then $10 tickets are in the next row. Because we have, I'm sorry, I think I was wrong. 6 rows. 6 rows, yeah. So it's the $20 ones and $30 ones at the bottom row. Then it's the $10 ones. Then it's the $5 ones. Then the 3s, the 2s, and the 1s. And then lately, all of that has been, like, disorganized. And it's kind of annoying because it makes it hard for people to tell, like, which tickets they want and things like that. And then, it's that thing still. I should be stupid and hop down the hole and just see what happens. I'm gonna do it. We'll see how fast I die. I just have that, like, inherent need to be like, I'm stupid. Hopefully they're not just, like, all right there at the hole and I don't just, like, instantly auto-die. Whoa! Okay. They were all right there at the hole, and I did, in fact, almost just auto-die. That was cool. Yeah, well, okay, don't do that again. But anyway, so yeah. We got the things there, and, it's, like, been a pain that they're a little bit disorganized lately. So anyway, I come in, like, somebody, asks for a lottery ticket. I go down to get them, and, I notice there is now a bar, like a flat metal bar, with padlocks attached to it, over the, like, lottery things. Now, okay, so, like, it's hard to explain, but the lottery fits into this, like, cabinet, and I said there's 6 rows. So they're, like, little plastic shelves that have, like, a roll wheel that because the lottery tickets come in like, an actual roll. So you stick them on, and then when you go to, like, pull them out, you're, like, unrolling it, like almost like a roll of toilet paper. And on the right-hand side of each of these shelves, again, 6 shelves, there's a key lock, because they can be, they're supposed to be locked. I don't really know why they're supposed to be locked. Only employees can get to them, for starters. But the tickets stick out, and when somebody orders a ticket, somebody's like, all right, I want, the $5 bingo ticket. You just go down and you pull it out like it is, as if it was a roll of toilet paper, and it just slides out in that sense, and then you rip the ticket off on the perforated edge that's there. So if I wanted to steal them, I'm completely capable of stealing them. The locking mechanism is there to make it harder to, I guess, take the whole roll out. And then also makes it harder to like put a new role in, or if they get like jammed or one falls back or something like that. I guess the locks are just there to make it like more annoying to fix that problem. Look, I don't understand what corporate thinks. Like obviously, corporate doesn't entrust its employees, which is basically like the essence of a corporation in retail. But like I don't understand the purpose of locking it because it doesn't actually make it harder for me to steal. All right, it makes it like slightly harder for me to steal in massive quantities, I guess I should say. Like if I wanted to steal the entire roll of like $65 tickets or something like that, it makes it slightly harder for me to do that because now if I wanted to do that, I'd have to like just unroll the whole thing and then I'd end up with a line that I have to like fold up myself. So I mean, like to be fair, I guess like I couldn't do that quickly if I was there. That energy effect is staying on me forever, which is kind of annoying. But all right, so like whatever, I don't know. It's mostly like I feel like it inconveniences everybody that has to deal with the system in some way for like a very very negligible like increase in security. But whatever. Corporate, I guess, obviously doesn't care because corporate isn't the one that has to deal with the inefficiency of the whole situation. So I mean, like from corporate's perspective, it makes our life more inconvenient for a very small decrease in the odds that we're going to steal. And I guess because corporate assumes that we're all just like thieving pieces of crap, that's worth it in their minds. I don't think corporate understands though that by like making all of their employees like miserable all the time by like treating us like crap, it makes us more likely to steal. Whereas if they wanted to like lower theft instances, probably like treating us all like potential robbers and then making us do a whole bunch of like inconvenient things that annoy us and make our job worse, that's probably the more effective way. But whatever, you know, we'll just roll with it. I'm still electrocuted, which is impressive. I'm also lagging, which is cool. So whatever though. Now there's this bar there, and the bar actually goes over the rightmost column entirely. So the whole right column is just not usable anymore on both of the things. So we just lost 25% of our total. Wow, I'm lagging harsh. Wow, yeah. So yeah, we just lost 25% of our total capacity to carry lottery tickets. Because like corporate doesn't trust us, I guess. So yeah, I mean like that was kind of annoying. And then so yeah, they put this bar with like padlocks on it, 2 separate padlocks too at that. And it's covering the existing locks. So like there was existing locks that locked each of the things, and now there's a single bar that goes over all of them. So now to get into them, you have to unlock the bar, remove the bar, and you have to unlock like both padlocks on the bar. And then after unlocking the bar and removing the bar, then you can unlock the actual things. So I'm like, wow, this is just like stupid, right? Let's kill the Barbarian Brewmaster. I forgot that she exists. Yeah, I'm lagging pretty bad actually. This is kind of annoying. I might have to wrap this up quickly. Or not quickly, but sooner than I meant. Come on, Mr. Badger, just die. Yep, we'll just keep missing. It's cool. Hey, I'm not being electrocuted anymore. That's cool. God, yeah, I'm like... This is what I get for playing at this time on an American server, but still. Although, on that note, I'm actually kind of surprised that, this place wasn't already, like, occupied when I got here. So, I don't know. Like, it was annoying, but, you know, it's just the, like, I'm used to that kind of level of, like, disrespect, almost, from corporate. It's not even, like, disrespect. It's that corporate doesn't think I'm worthy of disrespect. Like, disrespect is being rude to a person. Whereas, like... I don't know, like... you're disrespecting a person who's deserving of respect to a certain extent. So like you're rude to a person, like your family member, like a teacher or something. You're showing disrespect to that person. On the other hand, like if there's like a convicted pedophile in front of you and you don't give him the time of the day, I wouldn't really say that you're like disrespecting him because he doesn't deserve your respect in the first place. And that's how like corporate kind of views people in my position. Like we're not worthy of respect. We're like serfs, kind of, like peasants, which is upsetting. But it's whatever. So anyway, I go through the day, and then the next day comes around. It's funny because I actually forgot about this initial annoyance at the time, but so I I always check to see who's coming in the next day, and I do that for like a couple of reasons. So I can some people come in a little bit more on time than others. Other people come in a little bit late. So I know I have like leeway. Other people are like sticklers for certain things, so I have to make sure certain things are done before they get in. And it's just good to know who's in. So anyway, I noticed a new name on the what's it called? The schedule. I think the name was, well, I'm not gonna give you the name, but we're gonna just call it Miss A. I feel like I should give some people some degree of privacy, especially for people that work in a public position. Or no, it wasn't Miss A. Or was it Miss A? Yeah, it was Miss A. Okay. So yeah, I see a new name, Miss A. So, I'm doing my stuff, and normally my manager comes in at 4:30, but he's scheduled at 5. Now he's not one that I'm checking the schedule for though, because he works every day of the week ever. Serious, by the way. He works, honest to God, that man works, lagging. It's like it's me that's lagging, not the monsters, too. Because I can see the monsters still moving. Yeah, that guy comes in at, every day at, 5:15 a.m. at the absolute latest he comes in. And then he's there until... Sometimes he's there until 10 p.m. So he works, 5 to 10 sometimes. Usually he goes home at, 5, though, so he works, 12, 13 hours, give or take. Why can I not pick up this gold? Look, the thing's still attacking me, I just can't do anything. I don't know, I'm gonna pause my recording real quick. Pause. Alright, I close the program, hoping that'll help. I guess we'll see. Although I'm gonna start heading back. I guess this hunt's gonna be a short one, because I'm, lagging pretty bad. Really bad. Alright. The scary thing is that, if I get actually, kicked or experience too much of lag, the mammoths are actually capable of kind of killing me somewhat effectively. Which is not exactly cool, but whatever. So yeah, this guy works something on average, 80 to 100 hours a week or something. This dude just works way too much. So he didn't come in, which was surprising to me. And then this was, so we have this policy where when a person comes into the store, I'm supposed to greet them. So either hi, how are you doing today? Or good morning, or how are you doing, or whatever it is. I have to greet them. So I was stocking cigarettes, and my back is to the door, and the door makes this boop sound when people open it. So I hear the badoop, and my other coworker had already come in. His name's Mr. T. No relation to the action hero guy. So, I was talking to him, and, I hear, the door open, and I'm like, good morning, and I hear this, tired, groggy person say good morning. Now, alright, to be fair, let me break off real quick. So, I work during the night, and then, my other coworkers that I see are, coming in the morning, and they're usually, tired and groggy, which, makes tons of sense. But it sort of sucks for me, because, I'm wide awake and, happy and everything, so I'm good morning, guys! And they're grrr, died a hole. I hate life. So it's a little unfortunate, but whatever. So, I hear this kind of, morning voice, and I'm alright, somebody hasn't had their coffee yet. So, I turn to see, where the person's going to make sure they're not, standing at the register. And I, turn just in time to see this woman, walking past my registers and, going behind the counter. And I'm lagging again. So I'm like, oh, all right, like that must be that Miss A person, who like I haven't met before. So like she never introduced herself to me. She didn't say like, "Oh, hi, I'm the new like assistant manager, Miss A." She just like growled a good morning to me and walked past. And she still never introduced herself to me. Like if somebody hadn't told me or if I hadn't looked at the schedule, I would have no idea who this woman is. And I had to like ask people what her actual position was. Cuz we have a manager and we have an assistant manager too. So like we now just have a third assistant manager for some reason. So I was like a little annoyed with her, and this was back before Mother's Day, which would have been like early May, I think. It was like the week before Mother's Day. Now that I think about it, so the we had like 2 boxes of flowers, like massively overpriced flowers that we were trying to convince people to purchase for their moms, because if Mother's Day isn't a day for corporations to suck some extra money out of you on overpriced pieces of crap, what is? Let's kill one of these winter wolves so I don't get my shielding broken. So there was like 2 boxes of flowers there, and they're like kind of right there in front of the registers because they're supposed to be a like impulse buy type thing. Like you're going to the register to get your gas or your pack of cigarettes or whatever it is that you're coming into the gas station to get, and then you see the flowers and you're like, oh right, Mother's Day, I should get my mom something. So anyway though, like usually this one delivery comes in before I arrive. Like it comes in at like 9, and it's usually like all packed up by the time I get there. But occasionally they're late. I'm gonna keep trying to hunt. We'll see how it goes. Poorly, since right after I said that I kind of like stopped moving. So they came in late that night, and they after like they drop all the stuff, which like really kind of screws up my night a little bit because it is a decent amount of time for me to go through all the stuff and get it all away, especially while I'm like trying to do my other things and like wasting my time reading books and stuff. But whatever, ignore that for the moment. They also dropped off a 3rd box of flowers, so he just put the other box, the box he was bringing in, right next to the 2 boxes that were already there. So we had like 3 boxes in a line. So there I am, like the new girl's like walking around with like a clipboard, making sure everything's, I don't know, up to snuff. And I'm taking out this like trash bag from this. I throw off all the coffee filters and like coffee grinds, whatever, into this like trash can. And then after I'm done changing all of the coffee pots, I like throw the bag out, right? So like I'm changing the bag. I got this huge like black trash bag full of stuff. And she's like, without saying like, excuse me, or like anything to indicate that she's about to start communicating with me, she just said something about the box. And I wasn't exactly sure what she said, because like I wasn't expecting her to get spoken to right then. But it was like something about the box. So like I turn and I see that she's like pointing to the box, and I'm like, oh, that came in on the delivery last night. And she's like, yeah, I know that. I'm asking why it's here. And I'm like, oh, because that's where the guy put it. And she's like, oh, well, it's kind of in the way. And I'm like I look at the other 2 boxes that are right next to it. And she's like, yeah, see, it's kind of like in a line from the register. If the register line's really big, they'd have to go around this box. Now, to be fair, they would have to do that. I'm not sure necessarily how, like, of a big deal that is, but okay, so that, like, was technically true. So I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's where, like, the guy put it, so I just figured, like, yeah. He knew what he was doing, I guess. And she's like, oh, well, could you move it? Because it's, like, in a straight line. And she's, like, motioning with her hand to the straight line. And, like, the register is, like, 4 feet away from the box. So, like, I don't need help understanding that the line forming at the register would go into the way of this box. I mean, they could go around the box. But, like, she's indicating to me, like, I'm an idiot. So she's like, could you move the box? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So like I throw the trash bag that I'm changing back like on the floor. I will like walk over, I pick up the box. The box weighs like nothing because it's a cardboard box with like 6 bouquets of flowers in it or something like that. And I'm like, where do you want it? And then she points to a spot like 6 inches to the left in front of the other boxes. So the boxes would be shaped like a triangle kind of instead of a line. But like the box was so light that like I could have like moved it with just my pinky finger. It could have easily have been just like pushed with her foot. So she's like, move it right there. And I'm like, okay. So like, I put the box down 6 inches next to where it currently was. And then I go like grab my trash bag again, and she's like, you know what? Never mind. Just go put it in the cooler. So I'm like, put my trash bag back down, pick it up, put it in my cooler, and then she just walks away and like doesn't say anything else to me. That was my whole first day of interaction with her. I was just like, wow, you know. And here's the thing too, like, so I'm gonna like break and talk about my family for a second, but like everybody in my family thinks I'm like an idiot. Like nobody trusts anything I say. Like if I say something like, you know, like Tibia was originally made by 4 college students in Germany. My family would be like, "Are you sure?" I'd be like, "Yeah," and then they'd like double check. Even if that information like has no relevance to anything, they'd still double check because they want to catch me being wrong, so they can be like, "Ah, Sylvius was wrong." But like whenever there's like a discussion of like how to do something or like what's the best way to handle a situation, whatever advice I give, nobody ever listens to it. I remember like one day on the my family was going to like a vacation, and I was staying at the house to watch the dogs, and they had to take the like back chair of their van out, and my stepdad like couldn't figure out how to get it out, and I'm like watching them, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you gotta like hit that lever there and then flip forward, and he's like hitting all the other levers, like the thing that would normally like adjust the seats and stuff like that, and he's hitting all of those and like trying to shake the seat, and the seat's like shaking but not coming out. And he's like disengaged one of the latches, but not the other latch. So I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like you gotta hit that lever, and he just like ignores me and keeps doing the thing he's doing. So then like my his dad, my like step grandfather, if it would be, like comes over and he's like, here, let me help, and he's like trying to shake the whole thing, and like I say to him, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's that lever right there. And they're like, yeah, no, I don't think it's that lever. And they keep doing the same thing. So, like, they're still not able to get it out. They're, like, getting angry at it that they can't get it out. And, like, I'm watching and I'm like, why don't you just hit that lever? Like, if it's not that lever, it's not going to do anything. And they're like, no, it's definitely not that lever. So finally, like, they both, like, give up in disgust. And I'm like, let me see. I, like, hit the lever, and it's like, if anybody's ever used an old rotary phone, it's like how difficult it was to hang up on one of those. Like, you just push this little latch down, and then the seat just pops out. Like, I had the, like, I'm right-handed, for instance, and I just hit it with my left hand, and then it was immediately out. And I'm like, there you go. And like, so all those times where they think I'm an idiot, and then I solve their problem, like, immediately, somehow just reinforces in their mind that I'm an idiot. And, like, I'm the kind of person that likes to be, like, conservative and cautious, so I will never be like, oh, I'm, like, here's how you solve this problem, unless I'm, like, really confident. So I'm right, like, 90% of the time when I actually speak, because I only speak if I'm really confident of being right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for some reason, like, everybody in my family thinks I am nothing. Another example would be, and this kind of goes into, like, investment strategies and stuff like that. I was looking into like the prices of gold and silver, not initially to invest, just because like I was interested in the topic and things like that. So there's like, at least in America, there's like 4 main like precious metals that are used for like investing: gold, silver, platinum, and another one called I might pronounce it wrong, but like palladium. So I'm like looking at them, and I'm like looking at the charts, and palladium like fluctuated between like $150 and like $450, and it did that fluctuation over the course of like a 2-year period of time. But I was like looking at it, and it was at the like lowest it's ever been in the last like 30 years, and it was like it had plummeted. And now it was, like, coming back up and had been, like, consistently coming back up and coming up harder for, like, 3 months. So I was like, you know, I bet palladium's, like, a pretty safe investment. Like, I bet you could make some money on some palladium. Because it's currently at, like, $140. Well, it had gone up a little bit for 3 months. So it was, like, at $160 an ounce. And I'm like, this could easily go up to, like, $300, $400 an ounce. But to buy it, you had to buy it in 10-ounce increments. And if it was $160 an ounce and I had to get 10 ounces of it, that would be like $1,600, which I did not have. So I talked to my family, and you buy it in 10-ounce increments, but you buy it in like a bunch of 10 1-ounce pieces. So I say to my family, I'm like, hey, what if like you guys kind of, you buy like 5, like I talk to my parents, I'm like, you guys buy like 4 of them, I'll talk to my grandmother, she'll buy 1, I'll talk to my aunt, she'll buy 1, maybe I can get somebody else to buy 1. And everybody in my family was like, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, no, like look at the like charts. Like you can look at the evidence. And they're like, no, I'm not even gonna look at the evidence. You brought this subject up, and obviously it's wrong. I don't even need to like consider any kind of evidence or charts or graphs. Just because you, Sylvius, said this, I know it's wrong. And then like lo and behold, like 2 years later, Paladin was up to like $500 an ounce. Like huge profit potential, but whatever, because So my reason why I brought this up though was like everybody in my family looks at me like I'm incompetent, and like looks down at me as a person who's like incapable of doing anything. So I'm really familiar when people are looking at me in that way. And this new girl, Miss A, I could like just tell immediately that's how she was looking at me. Like she just clearly had this like, look, you're a like hourly employee in a retail business, and I'm an assistant manager. So you're scum and don't know anything. So just sit down, shut up, listen to what I say, because if you try to think about it, you might give yourself a headache, and you'll obviously do it wrong. Like that's just the feeling I got from her immediately. Like it was just instant and immediate. Just like I don't like her. So anyway, that happened. And then my actual manager like never came in that day, which was crazy because he never doesn't show up. The only times he doesn't show up is if he has like a meeting he has to go to at some time. So I was like, oh wow, he didn't come in. That's crazy. So I go home. It's Tuesday. I go into work, and one of my other coworkers, he used to be the other person that worked third shift actually. And he's there, and he's like, the manager's name was, I'm just going to call him Manager S. So, nobody really, like, tells me things, because I don't have a lot of, like, interaction with my coworkers, and they're all trying to leave. So he's, like, on the way out the door, and he's like, oh, Sylvius, by the way. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, yeah, if Manager S comes in, he's not allowed to. So if he, like, comes in and tries to get into the back, or, like, into the office or anything, you're supposed to call, and he runs off this list of 3 names. Miss A, Miss E, or Ryan. I'll give you his name because I don't care about him. Now, like, Ryan is our district advisor. He's the, like, boss man for several stores. Miss A was that new person that I had met the other day and didn't like, and then I have no idea who Miss E was. So he's like, yeah, you're supposed to call one of those, and if he tries to, like, force his way in when you tell him he's not allowed to, just call the cops on him. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here? And he's like, yeah, he's, like, not allowed in. I'm like, why? He's like, he's got, like, a family emergency. Anyway, I gotta go. And he just leaves. So I'm like, I have no idea what just happened. And I'm like, dude, I'm not, like, physically blocking the manager from getting into the office. Like, if he wants to get in the office, he can go. So we dealt with that for, like, a couple of weeks. Where, like, I heard he was suspended. Then I heard that while he was suspended, he, like, got into an argument with people. And then, like, he cursed them out or something. Then I heard a whole bunch of things. They were saying he was, like, doing some kind of, like, sketchy stuff with the lottery or something. I don't even know. As far as I can tell, though, from the new manager who, like, actually took his place, what she told me was, after I kill these badgers, I'm going to check my thing. He just, like, stole entire rolls of lottery tickets. Which is, I guess, impressive. 70 out of 30? I would have liked the odds on a little bit more. But, yeah, I'm, like, laggy. I'm gonna go back. So, yeah, my manager's gone, and now we've got a new manager, and Miss E's alright, although I don't know how good she is. She seems a little bit out of her element. And then Miss A is just awful, and I still don't like her. We've got another couple of new hires too, and all right, this is gonna be like one of the the more like terrible things I'm gonna say. Um, but like, so I'm the only person that really like works third shift besides that one other guy who doesn't work third shift anymore. And they'd hired this girl a while back, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'll train her because the other guy trained me and did like a poor job. But I'm like, yeah, I'll like, I'm all like creepy about it, I guess. I'm all like, oh yeah, it's like we hired a girl, like I'll train her. Well, that means I can like just hang out and talk to this girl all night. That's cool. And then like she comes in and like to in an effort to be like as rude and like insensitive as humanly possible, but like she was terrible. It's just like I was like, oh man, like she wasn't like funny, she wasn't witty, she didn't like joke, she didn't do anything. She was like just not that I'm like a model myself, but like wow. And then she had like a kid and a husband or a boyfriend or something, and then he got arrested, and she ended up like just no showing and never showing back up to work. So I was like, wow, all right, that was like disappointing. So they were like, oh, we hired a new girl. Her name's like Alicia, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. All right, maybe I can trade her. And then like I see her the next day, and she's like 80 years old, and I'm like, oh man, how disappointing. That was me being a terrible person right there. I just throw that out. But yeah, so we've hired a whole bunch of new people now. Like the store is all like completely different, and then the two new managers, they tend to come in a little bit late in the first place. But also like my old manager, he would come in and he would like get his stuff done as fast as possible, and then have me sign out of my register, but then sign into the next person so that we could like avoid problems later on. God, that's incredibly loud. I don't know why people gotta just yell in front of my door. Um, like just the like saying it, But like, if I was going to be, if I was going to be like walking past somebody else's room and I was like on the phone, I would like be like, hold on a second, and then like walk past the door, and then go into my room and shut the door. Then I would continue talking. There's no reason to just keep like yelling into the phone while you're going past somebody else's door. But whatever. Well, look, another person's by my door. I'm just gonna pick up some Royal Spears as I finish this last topic. So anyway, though, I mentioned this in the past with my job, where I spend like the first 4 hours reading on my phone, light novels and things like that. So these new managers, though, like they don't support me at all when they come in. So like my other manager would like he would stay up at the register and like wait on the because like there's still a couple of things I got to do in the morning. So like I gotta take the couple trash bags out, do like a couple of things like that. So if like one person came up while I was like away, like filling the like brewing the tea, we'll say, he would like wait on that one person. Why is my? Oh, that's right. I'm carrying all those things, and I didn't apparently deposit the gold. I thought I deposited the gold. I guess I didn't deposit the gold. I swear I deposited the gold. Whatever. Well, anyway. So, like, he would kind of support me in that sense in the morning. So these new managers aren't supporting me at all. And then, like, we're having, like, a really frantic, like, crappy thing at the beginning. Because they come in at, like, they're supposed to come in at 5. And things start getting busy at around, like, 5:30 to 5:45. Kind of in that range. So I would always get all of my stuff done by like 5:30, but they're not supporting me in that period of time, and they're also coming in late at like 5:15. So then I'm trying to like frantically get all the stuff done when it's even busier, and that's not happening either. There we go. So that's not happening either, and it's causing me to like end up not being able to leave until like 10-15 minutes after my shift ends. Do. Always weirds me out when people go into the depot next to me. I feel like they're gonna like beg me for stuff, even if they are level 177 Royal Paladin. So anyway, though, like I guess it caused these issues. So the one day I go in to like clock out, and the manager's like, all right. She's like watching me on the security camera, and I'm just like sitting there reading a book on my phone for like 4 hours straight. And she's like, "You can't do this anymore." I'm like, "Oh man, they caught me. Crap." They caught me. Not good. And she's like, yeah, you can't do this anymore. So I'm like, all right. So now I just shirk my responsibilities in a slightly different way. Do I have the achievement for this? Let's keep clicking for now. I am like already shockingly bored from this task. It should pop up on my screen. I think it's like 100 opens and closes. Nothing? Yeah, I don't think I must already have this achievement. Alright, well that's it for me, folks. So yeah, that was just some like updates on my crazy job that I hate now, because now I gotta like work a little bit harder and it's just annoying. Anyway, people, alright, that's it for me. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, check me out on Patreon, Twitter, Facebook. I'll see you folks later. And it's summertime and I hate it.